I'm Vipin Patel from Testimonials Pharmacy.
Mohammed Ashraf Zaman, Greenlight Pharmacy.
I'm Diman Patel. I'm a superintendent pharmacist at Collins Chemist.
My name is Jignesh Patel. I'm a community pharmacist in Row Farm Limited in Plaistow. I think it was excellent. It was very comprehensive. It covered all the actual elements in terms of competencies, the actual way to actually deal with customers. It dealt with how to actually follow PGDs and actually make sure that you actually are competent enough to actually do all the actual injection techniques and assessments before you do the actual vaccinations. And in the follow-up competency program was very, very good as well, to check that you are actually competent to actually provide the clinic. So there was actually 2 follow-up sessions from nurses, which I thought was fantastic, because you first of all taught you in practical senses what you need to do and make sure that you actually are competent in doing the actual processes itself.
It was very, very good. It enhanced my knowledge on the subject immensely. Actually, I didn't it exceeded my expectations so far.
Actually, for excellent session today. Quite intensive, but it was really beneficial. Quite a lot to cover. Malaria was covered pretty comprehensively. Even though we do have quite a lot of knowledge on the medication, but I mean just the overall kind of ways of dealing with people going to different parts of the world. So malaria was covered pretty comprehensively, as well as obviously going through the practical side of all the vaccines and the schedule and the dosage. So that was quite handy as well.
I think the training was absolutely spot on. It was fantastic. It was very detailed. At the same time, it was enjoyable day.
It definitely has. It's actually increased. It's recognised as a specialist clinic now. You know, in East London, I think there's only about 2-3 pharmacies, or even actually private clinics. We've got a website that we've developed. The website actually has been very successful, because we get people coming from all over the place. We get them from Hammersmith, we get them from Chelmsford, we get them from Southend. It's been very successful, and once patients have come to us, most patients have actually said that we've done a better service than most GP services we provide. The assessments, the way we treated customers, the way my staff treated customers and actually greeted them and actually explained how the service worked. I think we've had a brilliant success out of this service.
I have been pleasantly surprised to see what we have done so far. And it can only get better. We are only in the beginning stages of our advertising campaign, and I am sure that once we are exposed to our public, we will get a lot more informed.
I think, you know, that the actual cost that we actually pay for the training, it pays off for itself really quickly. With us, we're in an area where we've actually got the population, which is a high Muslim population. So we do a lot of Umrah and Hajj vaccinations. We get people coming in groups of 5, 6 at a time. With my previous PGD, I could only do flu vaccines and the actual meningitis vaccine. With this PGD, I can do a full assessment, and I can provide them with antimalarials if there's needed. If the part of the actual Umrah trip actually requires antimalarials, we can give them hepatitis A, we can give them typhoid. So some of the actual clinics can actually earn you something in the region of £100 to £150 per client. So, you know, some days I could be earning something like £1,000 a day. Some days it's about £200 or £300. So it varies. But there is an increase in income, and I think these are early days for us, and I think we're still building our actual reputation as a travel clinic, and I think as more and more people get to know about us, I think, you know, we're going to make a lot more money out of it.
We are still at a very infancy stage, but yes, of course it has generated additional business. This business I wouldn't have seen at all had I not done the travel clinic. And there is also a link sale that goes with it. Invariably, there's always a link sale that goes with it.
Up to now, there hasn't been an organisation that actually offers you the full package. There have been drips and drabs, and I think Patient Group Directions is fantastic because they've got everything. They've thought things through thoroughly. They've got a team of doctors, they've got a team of pharmacists, and they've got a team of nurses who are very, very competent with lots of experience, and they've been able to actually help me to become a very competent pharmacist who can provide a very good travel clinic. I don't think there is any other organisation in the actual country that can actually do a comprehensive job like Patient Group Directions can.
Running a travel clinic has given me an added impetus into running my own business. It is like a new toy to me now. And whenever you do something that is successful, you enjoy doing it, and you keep on doing it now. And I'm already thinking of actually expanding this service into my other branches.